Lena with Stretchy R and Pilates ER. We are going to do something super fun. We're going to have the OOV, and then we're going to do the springboard. So springboard, tower, Cadillac, any of those things will do, apparatuses would do. So get your OOV, make sure it's a good, if you work with the OOV, you already know what we're getting into, so grab your OOV. The settings, and you're gonna lay it down on the ground. Let's have the big part facing the springboard or the springs. The big part's gonna face the springs. I'm about a foot back away from the wall. The settings on the springboard are gonna have your yellow springs, your arm springs. They're gonna be connected a little bit shoulder height. And then you're gonna have your leg springs. They're gonna be connected a little bit above hip height. So it's gonna be a little bit heavier, but all done with intention. And then we have our push through bar, and we're gonna do bottom loaded. So I have 2 red springs personally for me with bottom loaded, ready to go whenever we do that. So again, we have 2 springs at the bottom for our push through bar that we're gonna use. We're gonna have our roll down bar, and then we have our arm spring set to about shoulder height. And we have our leg spring set a little bit over our hip height. So that being said, let's get started. You're going to stand on top of your OOV and face your springboard. If you need to grab onto your springboard, grab on. Whatever you feel like you need to do. I'm going to remove my socks. Now, once you're there, I want you to be nice and tall. Feel yourself from your sternum, the front bone in your chest. Someone hooks you from that and lifts you to the ceiling. Someone hooks you from the base of your head and lifts you up. Also towards the ceiling. Feel that relationship in gravity. As if you're floating even taller in it. Now, depending on whatever day it is, or time of day it is for us, bend your knees slightly and let's just do a little bounce. Let's get a little lymphatic going on. So, I would say, unless we're getting the steps in every day, a lot of us, it's hard for us to get this push through our vessels. And trying to find your calm and balance in this position. Keep the bounce going. See if the joints can distribute this weight evenly, especially from left to right. And notice how it's wanting to position you. I love the OOVs because you can't compensate. Now get tall, stay tall. Bend the knees. Get tall, stay tall. Bend the knees. So you have your springboard in front of you. If you need to reach out, grab it, grab onto the eye hooks, feel free. And I want you to really notice where your vision is. Eyes forward on the horizon. Now reach forward just so you have a little bit more balance. Go all the way down. I'm gonna reach down all the way down to a squat and exhale, come up. Good, go down. Now, whatever you feel comfortable with your arms, if you wanna work harder, those arms can be extended over the head. Exhale as you come up. Few more passes here. 2 more, keep this going. Last pass. Now from here, stay tall, arms go down, arms reach out to the side and up. Arms go down, reach to the side and up. Now keep this going with your arms. I want you to find your rib cage pointed to the pelvis. I want you to keep those shoulders down. And I want you to do this with a calm nervous system. Try not to rush yourself. Letting this go with your Pilates breath, exhaling out of our mouth and inhaling through our nose. We'll do one more, and we're gonna play with a little bit of rotation in our spine. You're gonna twist towards your left, ground through your feet, go back to the center, inhale. Exhale, twist to your right, lead with your eyes. Inhale, go back to the center. Exhale, now keep finding your twist. You have this board right in front of you if you need assistance. And just allow your body to find it. Allow yourself to rub the edges of comfortability, and then you hone in on it and try to perfect it a little bit more with each pass. Good, now let's bring these arms down. I want you to reach forward, grab onto your roll down bar, and sit up nice and tall. Now, from here, I hardly have any tension on the spring. I'm okay with it. I want you to bend your elbows out to the side, lift this dowel up, and then straight up to the ceiling. Now, bend the elbows. Here's our work. Straighten the arms to the ceiling. And bend in. Now you keep it going. Shoulders are down. You could be doing this at a diagonal even more if that's easier for your shoulders. It doesn't have to be up to the ceiling. I want you to honor keeping your pelvis and your rib cage facing one another. Keep those blocks centered. Reach it up, stay up, reach those arms forward towards the springboard, and then with long arms, pull back just a hair. Release forward, and you pull back just a hair. Release forward, no pinching, no pain. Make sure you can keep your ribs closed. Again, the bottom of the rib cage is facing towards the top of the rib cage. 2 more passes. Leading with your knuckles, long wrist, last one. Now, bend the elbows, lower this roll down, bar down, and then from here, keep the bar against your legs, tuck your chin to your chest, carefully roll down, and then try to keep this dowel towards your body. As low down as you feel like you can handle it. Big inhale at your bottom. Exhale, slowly round and roll up. Curl through the pelvis, curl through the back, and try to stabilize in that pelvis, not letting it shift back, so you can find more flexion. Keep those arms straight. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. It's a long exhale as you go down. Go at the speed you need to, especially to do this with calm breath. Try not to let the bum shift back in space. Inhale at your bottom. Exhale, round up. Curl even more. Try to keep this dowel towards your body. Long wrist, leading with our knuckles. Arms are straight. Inhale, lift the head. We do one more. You enjoy it. Exhale as you drop down. Feel every single spine bone from left to right. Try to find the balance of the sides. And try not to judge yourself for the little movements. Balance is micro movements, a ton of them. Big inhale. Exhale, round and roll up. We tend to think balance is being still. It's definitely not the case. Tons of little micro movements and just being comfortable with them. Sit up nice and tall, trusting ourselves. Gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna release this down. And since we're here and we're set up properly, we're gonna get our purple springs. So the ones for our legs or our leg straps. If you wanna use yellow, feel free. It's long straps. Come off of your OOV. And then you're gonna bring the left foot, let's bring the right foot in the strap first. Right foot goes in the strap first. And then bring the left foot on top of the OOV. The second toe is gonna be in the groove of the OOV. The second toe is gonna be in the groove of the OOV. Now, you have a long leg. Your hips are even from left to right. Hands are on your hips. If you need to hold the board, hold the board. You're gonna swing this leg back in space. And then lower it down, tap that toe to the ground. Exhale, lift up. And lower down. Both legs are neutral. Try to honor that as you move. And if you ever need to fix yourself, fix yourself. It is not worth practicing in that range of motion. And just try. Figure out what your body's telling you today. We do things so differently from left and right side. One more. We're gonna bring it back, keep it back. We're gonna do leg circles back here. Circle 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We reverse this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lean forward and you're gonna hang onto the edge of your board. Bend the knee in. Both knees have a slight bend in, or the standing leg has a slight bend in it. Kick the leg back. Bend the knee in. So little donkey kicks here. Keep the neck. Said that funny. Your neck. and the same line as your spine. Good. Couple more passes. When you kick back, really focus on that leg that's moving. Keep those toes and knees down towards the ground. 2 more. You have a little bit of weight on the wall, not too much. The last pass, we're going to keep it there. Toe and knees to the ground. Now with a long leg, we just pulse up calmly. 8, 7. Now think from the top of the thigh bone is where you can maneuver this leg so it finds that proper alignment. We lift up 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come up all the way. Now, we're not done with this. Hands go on the hips if you can handle it. Your legs are aligned with each other from left to right. The foot's flexed. You lift it out to the side. Try to keep the same spring tension and lower this leg down. The board's right in front of you if you need it. Lift the leg out to the side. Keep the same tension on the spring and lower it down. Now you know what to do. Try to find the calmness. Remember the conversation about balance? And it's a ton of micro movements together that keep you in balance. But at the same time, I'm going to drive in the theory has a lot to do with our nervous system and staying calm as well with these micro movements. And this is like throwing us in the fire. It's really making us scour and not compensate. We got one more. We're going to hold it out to the side and we're going to keep it. Keep tension on that spring with a long leg. Pulse it back in space. 8, 7. Remember, toe and knees point to that wall you're looking at. We pulse back and back. Square those hips off. Back and back. Good job. Bring it down. Completely normal to feel it in your standing foot. You're going to take your foot out of that strap, bringing the other foot in the other strap. It's normal to feel it in that standing leg and is having to support the rest of our body. So especially at the bottom of those feet, well, really anywhere where you compensate, you're having to use it. So stand on the OOV with the right foot. Second toe is going to be in the groove of the OOV. That center split. Hands are on your hips. You're going to extend the leg back in space and with a pointed ankle, lower down where the toe touches, and then you're going to lift up. Exhale. Lower down where the toe touches. Exhale, lift. Keep it going. Exhale. Couple more. Really square off the bottom of the ribs and the bottom of the pelvis towards each other. There's not a lot of leg extension that we can do, hip extension, without it shifting the pelvis. So trying to honor that. It's a real small degree. Last pass. Hold it back and keep it back. We're going to do circles. Nice and calm. Think toe and knees to the ground. Crown of the head is lifted. Good. Both legs are nice and neutral. 2 more. We reverse this. Couple. Now in this next pass, we're going to keep the leg back and then hinge forward. You can have the hands on the board for support. You bend the knee in. Exhale, you kick that leg back. Keep it going. So neutral with both legs. Find the stability. Neck is always in the same line as that spine. And notice where your gaze is. It really shows you the angle that your head is sitting on that neck. Trying to honor that nice and neutral, nice on the even horizon, whatever that may be, especially with our diagonal spine. 2 more. Exhale as you press it back. 1 more. Press it back and keep it back. We're going to pulse this leg up. 8, 7, 6, 5, calmness everywhere else, 4, little weight on those hands, 3, 2, toe and knee down, 1, now come up to standing, hands on the hips, hips are even from left to right. Square the pelvis and ribs. You keep the tension on the spring as you send this leg out to the side, and then you lower it down. So you keep honing in on this and notice where in this movement pattern you want to lose tension. Maybe the knee bends, maybe your hip hikes. Try to get every point of it with honoring your alignment. Honoring how you're holding yourself. Not letting your body get away with it. 2 more passes. We're going to do 1 more at the top, and we're going to hold it at the top. 1 more at the top and hold it at the top. We pulse the leg back in space. 8 calm pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come out of this. Very good. Feels so good. Okay, now from here, let's get some stuff out of the way. Leg straps are going to go out of the way. We're going to keep this roll down bar, but we're going to turn our OOV the other way, and I want it in the middle of the mat. So the small part of the OOV goes towards the springboard, and it's sitting in the middle of your mat. And we're all positioned different, so if we need to move it around, do so. Sit in the saddle, so right in between the big part and small part, and your legs are going to be long and your feet are going to be flexed. And I don't want them resting up against anything, so if you need to scoot forward or back to honor that for yourself, do so. Now, once you feel like you have your position, you're going to reach forward and grab onto your roll down bar, hands on the outside edge pretty much always. So, find yourself centered on the OOV, sit up nice and tall, and I want you to reach your arms forward and then pull the shoulders back to the spine. Shoulders reach forward, pull the shoulders back to the spine. Now you keep going, you have a long spine. Someone pulls you from your sternum up to the ceiling, somebody pulls you from the base of your head up to the ceiling. Feel yourself float between the front and back of your body. 1 more. Pull the shoulders back, keep the shoulders back. Pull the shoulders down, keep the shoulders down. Shoulders travel up to the ears. Shoulders go down the spine. Shoulders go up to the ears. Shoulders go down the spine. So I'm just keeping tension on the spring. Hands are about shoulder level. And I'm just reminding, we'll say some scapular isolation and lots of range of motions. 1 more. Shoulders down, keep it down. Honor that. Round the spine like a ball. Slowly roll back bone by bone. Now wrists are nice and straight on that dowel. Keep a good hold on it. You got a lot of spring. Go all the way back with your head. Big breath in. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and round up. Bone by bone. Now you're going to round over. Those shoulders are going to be right over the hips. And then you inhale, sit tall. Pull down the springs just a little bit with your long arms. On an exhale, round the spine like a ball. Try to keep those shoulders over the spine, or hips, excuse me. Roll back, it's an exhale. Feel every spine bone from the left and right side. Try to get it even. Try to feel every single one open up from top to the bottom. Try not to rush yourself in any position. Big inhale, pull those shoulders back onto the OOV. Lift the head still, inhaling. Exhale as we round up, start to peel up. Don't rush it, bone by bone. Feel it even from the left and right side. Curling over with the most rounded spine ever. Shoulders hit right over those hips. Inhale, sit tall. Pull that dowel down just a little as you sit taller. We do 1 more. Round the spine like a ball. Real dramatic. Slowly roll back. Curling at your pelvis even more. Feel the shoulders drape down that rib cage as you follow yourself or bring yourself onto that OOV. Remember, it's an inhale as you still lift that head. It's an inhale. Exhale as you round up. Roll up. Let's do a little bit of feel-good Pilates, yeah. So from here, think circle. I want us to go to the right, round down, roll down bone by bone. Think roll down the right side of the spine. We're getting into our corkscrew. You drop yourself down and even on the OOV. Then you go over to the left side and roll up the left side of the spine, not this left side of the back. Really try to feel every spine bone. You find that C-spine where the shoulders are right over those hips. Inhale, sit up tall and find the center with those arms. Now we drew a circle the other way, to the left. Go to the left, round to the spine, roll down. Feel every spine bone. Drop the head, relax, curl up, roll up. Smooth. Shoulders down. Inhale, go to the center, to the right now, round. Feel every spine bone. Don't rush to a section of your spine. Our bodies are so smart, it's like, nah, I want to be tight. Go to the other side. Round up that side. Don't let it get away with it. Notice it's usually really surprising where we feel things. Last time, to the left, round. Slowly, think slow on that left lower back. Slow on the left middle part. Slow on the upper part. Drop that neck, even out. Feel that, all that beautiful front neck, that platysma. Come up with the head, exhale, roll up those scalenes, get opened. Exhale, roll up. Shoulders are gonna go over those hips, sit up nice and tall. Now from here, find a back extension and then lower yourself back on the OOV. And then relax. Inhale, lift your arms and then find a back extension to come up. Come back to a neutral spine. We're gonna do that again. Drop our head back. Then inhale as we fall back to create more space. Exhale here at the bottom. Inhale, long arms lift up. Let it pull you up like Santa on the sleigh. Lead with your heart. Shoulders are over those hips. Bring that head neutral. We do one more. Inhale, drop that head back. Lean back. Big breath in at the bottom. Exhale. Inhale, lift those arms. Lift to the heart. And head comes back to neutral. Very good. Bend the knees, feet are flat. Round the spine. Brooklyn's coming to join us. Round the spine. And then mid-back is on. Curl the pelvis. We come up a little. We go back a little. We go up a little. We go back a little. Hey, mama. Up a little and back a little. Ready? Left leg and tabletop. Up a little. Back a little. Now you keep this going. And I want you to really focus those eyes forward. A little bit lifted over that tabletop foot. Try to notice that leg on the ground, how much it stabilizes you. And you got to trust these little micro movements to keep you in space. Now come up and extend out to teaser. And then bend in. Very good. Keep it up. Exhale, come up to that teaser. And then inhale, come in. Exhale up. Inhale in. Exhale up. In. One more. Exhale up. Hold it with the long leg you lower. Flex the foot, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Flex the foot, lift. Exhale. Two more. Flex, exhale. Subliminal messages. I'm looking at the 4. You get 4. Exhale up. Now bend the knee as you lower back halfway. Bring the leg down. Now come up a little. Lower back a little. Let's just settle back in. Find the evenness between both feet. Feel the evenness in your hips. Right leg comes up to tabletop. We do the same thing. Find the smoothness. And be okay with your side differences. Feel even between the left and right side of the spine and the pelvis. One more like this, and you already know it's coming. We lower back, and we extend the leg out to a teaser position as you come up. Lift to the heart. Bend back in. Exhale. Think about that standing leg. I want that foot forward, toes forward where you're looking. Smooth and steady. In our teasers, we always lift our heart at the top. So while we're here, when we're assisted, try to find that. One more. Exhale, come up, lift that heart at the top. That leg lowers down. You flex the foot, exhale, come up. Point that ankle lower. Flex, exhale, lift. Couple more, point lower. Flex, lift. One more, point lower. And flex, lift. Good, bring that leg down. I want you to round back. Don't let go of that heavy spring. Drop yourself all the way back. Extend the legs. Hip width. Mat width. Flex the feet. Tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale. Exhale as we roll up all the way. That felt good. Okay, let's let go of this bar. We're going to turn our OOV the opposite direction. So we're going to come off of our OOV, turn it the opposite direction, so the big part's going to be facing the springboard. And I'm going to say it is in the middle of the mat, maybe just a hair towards the springboard. Once we have it, we're going to sit in the valley of the OOV with a hip. Specifically, mine's my left hip. It's okay if you're opposite than me. And then you're going to lay down on your side. So, now you're here. I want you to grab this strap in front of you, this leg strap. Now, side work on the OOV is phenomenal because it really helps just balance you out. So I want the top or bottom leg to be in front of you with a bent leg for a little bit more support than normal. Bottom arm's going to be down, but I want you to remember your Pilates mat principles. Lift up through that rib cage the entire time. I'll be cueing it. I want the other arm to be forward and front for a little bit of stability. You're going to lift this leg to the ceiling. You're going to pull it down. Flex the foot, lift up. Point the foot lower, however you can, where you feel comfortable in the spring, the strap. Think top hip rolls forward. We have a tendency, especially in the leg, to come up with that hip to roll back. Two more, flex up, point down. Last one, flex up, point down, keep it down, turn your toe and knee forward. You swing this leg forward, bend the knee, swing this knee back, and then you're going to extend that leg. Be nice and careful. Really think the alignment of the leg. This is heavy here. If you need less weight, you can scoot more towards the springboard. Swing forward. Bend the knee. You always have to be careful with this Cadillac bicycle. Swing that thigh back. Keep it aligned in space. Don't let that knee lift up. It doesn't have to go back far. You straighten that leg out. Notice the knee here. Really focus on your alignment. Swing that leg forward for the last pass. Bend through that knee. Think the knee stays in alignment as you swing that thigh back. It doesn't have to go back far. And then from here, straighten out of the leg, stabilize through that knee. Now from here, we're going to go reverse. Bend the knee. Remember, lift up through the armpit. Knees in alignment. Swing the thigh forward. Extend that leg out. Swing that leg back. Bend the knee in. Leg forward. Kick forward, swing back, bend in, knee forward, extend forward, one more, swing back, notice the ankle alignment, watch that knee, forward, and extend. Perfect. Now from here, swing it forward. I want it towards the front edge of the mat. Toe and knee is forward. You're going to do circles. For 8, let's reach this top arm up. 7, really push that bottom arm. 6, 5, 4, exhale when you pull that spring. 2, 1, we reverse this. 8, push into the floor with the forearm. 7, 6, hips are stacked on top of each other. 5, 4, 3, allow to space in that armpit. 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to come out of this. You're going to slide the strap to the knee. So slide it up, and it's going to go right above that knee. I want your feet to be together and the feet aligned with the back side of your body. So from here, let's lower ourselves down and support our head just to have a little bit different neck situation going on, and we're at our elbow. So again, going back to our classical Pilates mat, holding ourselves up on our elbow, lifting yourself off of the OOV here. Now lift the feet up in space, and then you open up to a clam and you lower down. Open up to a clam, exhale. So to me, I really like the assisted elbow, which it's our side leg work on our classical mat, which is really a lot to hold ourselves up by this elbow. So this is nice and assisted, being able to check your shoulders. How do you hold yourself here? Keep those feet lifted. It's that front knee, bottom knee that's really supporting us. 2 more. Exhale, a little normal for that strap to really pull at you. You have a lot of spring tension on it. You got a lot of superficial receptors, nerves. Hold this. You're gonna extend this leg out and then bend this knee in. Now you keep this going. I want those hips stacked right on top of each other. Exhale when you straighten out. Inhale as you come in. Perfect. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. 2 more. Exhale out. Inhale in. Last pass, best pass. Exhale out. And inhale in. Perfect. Now take yourself out of this. I'm going to let myself get a lot of tension out, and then I'm going to pull myself out of this, and we're going to go to the other side. So turn on over. That hip is going to be in the valley, your opposite hip, and we're going to start off on our forearm, and that bottom leg is going to be bent in front of us. I think 90 in the knee joint. That leg strap is going to go on our top foot, and we're going to be externally rotated. Now, once you have it, you know what to do. We just pull this leg down, and then you inhale, lift up. Bottom arms in front of us. Our hips stay stacked on top of each other. Think it rolls forward, especially when we're doing this external rotation. Flex the foot up. Point that foot down, exhale. Inhale, come up. Flex and lower down. 2 more, come up. Exhale down. Last pass, up and down. Now from here, turn this foot forward, our bicycles. Swing this leg forward. You bend the knee. Knee stays in alignment with the hip. Swing that thigh back. Knee stays in alignment with the hip. It didn't go back far. Straighten that leg out. Notice the knee and the ankle. Swing that long leg forward. Bend in the knee. Send that thigh back. Straighten back. You gotta be careful with this one. No pinching, no pain. Be careful with hardware and knees here, especially you just have such a big angle of pull at a diagonal, I guess the angle, that can be a little funky. So sometimes smaller is better, and really teaching this properly is key. Now let's reverse this. Bend the knee, think foot to the bum, keep that knee nice and aligned. It's not worth it. Swing that knee forward and then extend out. Go forward, or swing back. Bend that knee, foot comes to the bum. Notice the knee alignment, don't rush through it. Swing that thigh forward, notice the knee alignment, ankle, straighten out. Push through that forearm on the ground. Just a couple more. Last pass. We're going to swing this leg back in space, and it stops at the front corner of our mat. Press in that forearm. We circle this leg. 8, 7. Now you keep this up. I want you to stabilize everywhere else. A lot holding in our neck, traps. Be okay with that. Remember, we're going to change our position up in a second. But it's nice to have the strength. Reverse this. Exhale, push into that forearm. Give it to more muscles to help hold you up. 2 more. Pull down. Last pass. Good. You're going to bring this strap on the leg like you're putting on thigh-high pantyhose. And then once you have that, your feet aligned with the back side, you're going to lower yourself down to your elbow, and you interlace your hands back behind your head. Now lift in that armpit, keep that shoulder down. Lift the feet, keep it. You open up for a clam with the top leg, you lower down. So again, those feet are lifted in space. You're on that elbow. You are lifted up to that side body that's closest to the mat. And you're trying to stabilize yourself everywhere else in space as you work through this. Couple more. Exhale, lower down. Exhale. 2. Last pass. We're going to hold it up, keep it up. Extend this leg, bend it in. Exhale, extend and bend it in. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. 2 more. Last pass. And come on down. So we're going to take ourselves out of the strap. And then we're going to lay on our stomachs with the tip of the OOV lined up, mid-nipple line. So nipple line, right where those nipples are aligned. The tip of the OOV is there. You lay down. Your hands and your forehead meet each other. Relax those hands down. Turn your legs out to the side big time, all the way out to the side. Now just lift one leg up, lower down, then the other leg up and lower down. Now keep trying to find it. One leg up and down, then the other leg. Exhale on the up. Now both legs. Be patient with yourself. Trying to find this. 2 more. Last pass. Good. The hands are down right under the shoulders. Lift the eyes. Lift the head. Lift the back. Lift up into a back extension. And then bend the elbows, lower down. Little active detox. Inhale. Lift the eyes. Lift the head. Lift the back. Press in the hands. Shoulders are down. Lift up. No pinching, no pain. If you find that, just shorten your range of motion. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale down. Hands go down. Rest your forehead down. And then just rock side to side with those hips. Take a big belly breath. Now just stay still. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Push back into a rest position. A child's pose in our yoga world. Now to grab the OOV, I want your forehead to go into the groove of the OOV, or not with the groove as well, but the saddle. The forehead goes in the saddle. And then just bow down. And then with your head, real easy, just to rock left and right. And slow and steady, and feel that trickle down the shoulder, that trap. And your splenius capitis, real easy, real slow. Where to me, I always feel such a side difference when I do this. I like to provide this calm feedback to the back of the neck. Take a big breath in the center and let it go. Let's come up to our knees and kneel. And let's look at this OOV. Butt down on those ankles if you can handle it. If you need to sit down, do so. Your hands are in a prayer position. Somebody pulls you from your sternum, somebody pulls you from the base of your head, you float. Feel the ribs point down to the pelvis. Feel that pelvis point to the ribs. Trying to hold yourself here. Bow your head. Tell your body thank you. Tell yourself thank you for showing up. Tell the OOV thank you. Same goes with all this Pilates stuff. Thank you so much for joining, and I can't wait to see you next time. Thank you.